Hello, everybody. Welcome to Adam and Steve Not,
Adam and Eve.
the podcast where we bite the apple. All right. Well, before we get into it, my voice is just a little gone, so you're going to have to forgive me for that. But anyways, welcome. How are you doing, Adam?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Doing great, yeah.
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 Well,
I don't have much else to say besides
know.
doing well. I'm
Well,
a little bit jealous of you
I
because
know.
you just got back from the cruise, which is why your
My
voice is a little
gone.
hoarse.
I know. We'll get into that.
But we'll get into that, yeah.
Well, welcome, you garden hose.
Garden hose.
That's the name we came up with. Our friend Big Mike came up with it, actually. It's
Shout out
cute.
to Big Mike.
I know, shout out. It's really cute. He's like, yeah, you should call them
Yes.
your listeners a garden hose. I was like, that is so cute and appropriate. So that's what you'll be.
Yes.
Yeah, I know we took a little break, a little hiatus.
Yeah, just
I
a
know,
little
it was-
week off, but we're catching up today, and
I know. I mean, every now and then you take a little hiatus. I mean, that's what you do on TV. You take a little break.
Yeah,
and
life's
stuff.
going on, and things are happening, and
Yeah.
need a minute.
Right. So, but
we back.
We're back.
Yes.
So we're just gonna shoot the shit today and catch up, right?
Yep.
And see what's going on. I don't know. I did a cruise, in Atlantis cruise for a week. So like, I came back and on Sunday and I'm back to work this week, and it's been a struggle.
Oh yeah, after the cruise is just, if you have a 9 to 5,
Yeah.
it's you feel trapped
a
a little bit in prison or
trapped.
something. It's like, what is going on? You're
I-
sitting at your desk and you're like,
Oh my God.
this is pretty terrible.
Right. You're like, I seriously was like, there's got to be another way.
I
And
know.
my life has got to take another path. I was like,
We got to do
I
something.
was,
My life has got to change.
I was like, this can't be it. I was like literally sitting on the call and I just didn't even have my camera on. And it was just back to the same old shit, like bitching.
Yep.
And I was just like, I got to make some changes. Like,
Mhm.
I can't keep doing this.
Mhm.
It's hard.
Hopefully none of your coworkers are listening.
I mean, even if they are, it's
Yeah.
hard.
Like, y'all feel the same way, so don't even try to front right now.
Don't play me. Do not play me. It is hard.
Especially after a cruise week, like you're like in a fantasy world for like a week where
Yeah.
where everybody's in costumes and
Yeah. I
just
don't know. It
having the
was-
most fun.
Yeah, and like for a week, you're like, as a gay person, you're like the majority. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You're not the minority. You're just the
Mhm.
majority. And
Yeah.
but let's get into that in a little bit. What's going on right now? Anything happening in the neighborhood that we should know about? Like, I feel like since I've been gone for a week that I'm kind of out of things. Anything happening with you? You just came back from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Anything happening there?
No.
You're like, nope. Did you go to Dolores
Park?
Park? I mean, like,
we went to visit my boyfriend, and we
oh, I think that's the first time you
that's
said
the first
boyfriend
time
on
I said
this.
it. Yeah. So
Newsflash. Right.
I don't even know what the newsflash
I know,
sound
right?
is. We
I
needed
was
it
like-
on the podcast mixer.
I know. I need to know some fun sounds, I guess.
No, yeah, I went for the weekend, and it was pretty chill.
What
you
did y'all
know.
do? What did y'all
And
do?
we just hung out. I mean, I got there later on Saturday, so
I'm like,
we
what
just
does a couple do?
in San Francisco. No, we hung out and kind of just relaxed on Saturday because I got there a little bit late, and then Sunday we went to the ferry building. They have like different
right.
shops and stuff there, and also you can get empanadas, which he's a big fan of.
I feel like I might have been there
Yeah,
on
we
a
had
previous
some
trip.
bomb ass empanadas.
I love me some empanadas.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
do.
We had some good empanadas, and then they had there was also like kind of like a winery that you could sit outside there. So we got a bottle of wine. We ate our empanadas. We took a couple cute pictures. Did some couple things.
Like a couple things.
Yeah.
Things that couples do.
Yep. And and then that was on Sunday, and then we went out for a little bit afterwards with a few friends there, and
How do you like
Kinda
the scene
just-
there?
I
Without hurting anybody's feelings.
yeah, like, tread carefully. No, I honestly like everyone is so nice and like free and just like just very much themselves. I feel like there, and it is kind of refreshing. And when I love LA. I love all of our friends here. I think we have a good crew.
Right.
But I feel like they kind of let their hair down a little bit more there.
How so? I mean,
I just feel like it's not as much about not saying anything bad, but not as much about the image and not as much about like, trying
that is
to
definitely true.
impress, everybody else. It's really just about like having fun. And I think our group of friends here is really good at doing that. But,
I mean, I love to turn a look though.
Yeah, no,
that's more for me.
I know, and like,
the
people in San Francisco can still be into fashion too, but it's just, it's a different vibe. It's a little bit more gritty. It's
Definitely.
it's just a different. It's different, but not in a bad way. Everyone's been super nice to me. They've. I always felt a little awkward being like, the LA queen coming in and, everybody made me feel very comfortable and it's a good time. So
I mean, every city has their own characteristics of what is kind of the DNA of their scene.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like it also comes down to, when you're the person you're with, it's like the type of friends that they attract. Right. So,
it's true.
He
LA gets a bad
friend.
rep sometimes, and then when they hang out with us, they're, we had so much fun.
Exactly.
Like, because we're fun people.
We're the motherfucking shit.
Those girls.
No, but it's he has a lot of really good friends who are all very accepting and just. It made me feel welcome.
Well, the ones that I've met have been super cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I can honestly say that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of San Francisco itself.
It's just cold to me.
It's too cold. It's too gloomy. I will say though, our weather when I was there, this, and I wasn't only there for a few days.
Was it nice?
It was pretty. It was not. I mean, nice for San Francisco.
Right. Global warming is real.
Yeah, it was sunny. We had. It did rain the last day I was there, but when we went to the ferry building, it was sunny, and it felt nice out. So, and it's really pretty when it's sunny there.
Yeah. I mean, it could be. I mean, I lucked out once when I went. It was like 70 something degrees.
Yeah.
And they were like, ooh, it's never like this.
Like a heat wave.
Yeah, and it was really nice. Like that weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like today I had to run an errand. And I jumped in my car, put the top down, and I'm like, it was amazing. I'm like, it's November. I have the top down on my car. It was like such a beautiful day today. It was kind of great. And I was actually going to text you and be like, go drive somewhere and put your top down.
Those are the best, just driving around with the top down. In LA.
There was a lot of people that had their tops down today because it was like a perfect day to have your top down.
Yeah.
It was like actually like not too hot. It was just a perfect day to like have your top down in your car.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when I go there, like, I haven't been able to put the top down as much in San Francisco.
Gotcha. Well,
but,
I don't think that's a convertible kind of a city.
Not so much, but this last time it was nice enough if we wanted to. But yeah, it's a good time there. It's a different scene. But I really enjoy the people that I've met there and I've had a good time with them. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll visit with you.
Oh yes,
one day.
Yes, you will.
One day.
But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with me in terms of like what's going on in the neighborhood, like in general. Like I feel like I've just been busy with my life that I haven't even really paid attention to like certain things. But
I mean, we went to Halloweenie.
Yeah,
I guess we should back up. Yeah, that's. When we left here, we were. Last episode we were gonna go to Halloweenie.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah. It was fun.
That was fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, even though I left my mask in the Uber.
Oh yeah, Steven shedded his Halloween costume throughout the night, all over the city.
Yeah, I know. I feel like at the end of the night, I ended up leaving, and I just looked like a stripper because
you were in a speedo,
and like heeled boots.
Your cape was gone. Your mask was gone.
People were like, what are you supposed to be? I'm like, it does not matter at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but the pictures came out really good.
Yeah. The Halloweenie, they always have a good setup for their pictures. And me and my boyfriend were Netflix and chill, which was, I thought, pretty.
It came out.
It came out, like cuter than I expected it to.
Me too. 'Cause I was like, y'all need to do better than this.
I know, right? When I said it, I was like, oh man. But
I was like, y'all sure that's what you want to do?
I know.
It actually came out cute though. And then Halloween was, I'll tell you what, I like Halloween. Like, it's one of the few parties that you actually pay a good amount of money, but a portion goes to charity, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure. It used to be the Gay Men's Chorus, and now it's something else, but it's, a charity. And I like that because it's like, if you're going to charge me $100, $150 for a ticket or something like that, at least tell me that a portion is going to something good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not just filling somebody's pockets. And so, which, whatever, promoter, you make your coins. But it's just nice to every now and then have something go to a charity.
Yeah, for in most cases,
For
I
your
feel
own
like,
community.
Yeah, for your community, like I totally think that's what should be happening.
Yeah.
Because we pay so much money for these, so when we do go to these parties,
They're expensive.
and it's like I would like to know it's going towards something, part of it at least.
Yeah, because it's like, one, at least you're doing a little bit of good, and two, at least you at least the 150 that you're paying, you're like, okay, at least even if it's 20% or 10, at least something is going to something good, you know. So I do like that they do that, but they get you real good because at 2:00 that shit is shut down.
Yeah.
They are like, get out,
go to the after hours.
Yep.
Which we did, so the Halloweenie was at the Belasco, and then the after hours at the Mayan, which is right next door in downtown LA, and they were both fun in their own ways. Like I personally enjoyed Halloweenie more.
Yeah.
I liked the vibe. I liked the music in the upstairs room that we went to.
Yeah.
It was just, and I don't know, it's just a more fun atmosphere to me.
I had a good time at that party.
Yeah.
It's all coming back to me like Celine Dion said. Like the people that I ran into, the boys I met, like the friends, it was a good time.
Yeah.
It was a good vibe at that party.
And I had fun at the after hours too, but it's a different vibe at the after hours, because it's 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, like it's just a completely different vibe.
It was, that was fun. And literally what I didn't like is like just waiting in line to get in. Because that took forever. I almost left.
I didn't understand why we were waiting in line that long.
Me neither. And then when they finally started letting people in, they were just letting people in.
Yeah, like we all just stood there for that long for what reason I don't know.
It just, and it was kind of chilly, it's like 2 in the morning.
You only had a Speedo on.
I know, I had nothing on, as did most people. Me and what was Josh? He was Dazzler, but I kept calling him Starlight or something. Like Starlight.
Yeah. But we went out. Oh, you missed Sunday though. Sunday fun day.
Oh, on actual Halloween.
Yeah. Did Josh tell you he won the Halloween costume?
Oh, he
contest?
didn't tell me he won, but he's like, we have to catch up. I have things to tell you. So.
Yeah, we all were on stage. They picked there was a few random people, but for some reason, Josh, he was the last one. He came up from the bathroom. This is at Revolver. So it was me.
Wait, where were you?
I came up from the bathroom.
No, but were you Netflix and chill again?
No, we were Harry Potter again.
Oh, that's right. I did see that picture.
Yeah. So they called me up. They called Jesse up. They called George up because Leo pushed him, and then
they didn't really
called
want you,
Josh
girl.
up. So there was like 4 of us up
That's
there.
so funny.
Yeah, and it was a fun time. But yeah, Josh was Chromatica,
that's right.
Lady Gaga, and he stole the show.
That's great.
Yeah,
I mean, he
much
was
deserved.
and he was excited about that costume, so that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, you know me. I love Halloween. I love a good dress up and costume and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
it was fun. I didn't try that hard this year, and I always say I'm going to next year, so we'll see if I
You
actually.
won't.
I probably won't.
You
You need to hold me accountable, bitch.
Yeah.
I
tried.
I need someone.
I have to have a better costume next year that doesn't like, where I
Go
don't lose
missing.
pieces and stuff like that. And also like, it's really funny because those boots were not very like high-heeled boots, but like literally I lasted till about 5 a.m. and I was like, I have to leave because my toes, like I didn't feel my toes the next day.
Yeah.
Like I literally thought
I don't know how you do it.
I thought my toes were broken.
Yeah.
I thought like 2 of my toes were broken because I did not feel. But it's funny because I've worn higher heels And
Is it just because the toes like were like crushed?
it must have been because I've worn higher, more uncomfortable shoes than those.
I couldn't do it.
I
I would fall over. Even just in the simplest heel.
Oh, I fell in those platform boots like
I know.
every time I wore them. But like these were fine. Like they weren't really uncomfortable, but it's just like, I mean, after you had them on for hours, they were uncomfortable. I guess I can't make fun of those girls that take their shoes off now and like walk. Like, girl, just suck it up and put your heels on.
No, I would take mine off. And like, fuck this shit.
Can't do that anymore. But yeah, while you guys were doing it up on Halloween here, I was leaving for the Atlantis cruise on Halloween morning. So I didn't do anything Saturday. I actually, I went to your house Saturday night and hung out for a little bit. But I got home at a decent time and went to bed because I had to be up at like 6 a.m.
For the cruise.
Yeah, we had to be at the pier at like 8:45.
Oh, really quick before that, I do want to give a quick shout out to my cousin Lexi. She got engaged on Halloween, and she had our Halloween party. I don't think it was on actual Halloween. It was the day after, maybe, or the day before. But yeah, just congrats.
Congrats,
love you, girl.
Lexi. Live that straight girl
Lexi
fantasy.
in Austin.
Right. Like, live that straight girl fantasy, girl.
Yes. They're about to spend so much money on a wedding.
Right. And I want to know what dress she picks and how much it's been. I'm fascinated with how much money a woman spends on a wedding dress for one, well,
she's probably already got it picked out.
I know. She knows who the
Love you,
designer
Lex.
is.
Can't wait to see it.
Smooches.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it too.
I know. But congrats. But
yeah.
Anywho, I wanted to say that really quick. But
I'm glad you brought that up because that's a great thing for her.
It is.
We're happy. We love that for her.
Yes. Love that journey for her.
Yes.
But yeah. Anyway, so you had the cruise.
Yes.
On Sunday, you got up and you went to the.
I went to the pier because I was working with Team Atlantis. So I usually, if you don't know, Atlantis charters different ships through different cruise lines and brings on all their entertainment, and they bring like their team of people in house, and then they have like a group of people that help them, with like as team members. You're kind of like volunteers. You're like hosts. You kind of help with all kinds of things, like your customer service and guest relations is what I like to say.
Basically, yeah. Somebody needs to know where to go.
Right.
They like see you. They may ask you.
You welcome them to
you
dinner. Stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I've been trying to get Adam to do it with, but Miss Thing over here is dragging her ass about it.
I'm gonna do it,
but you should. And
before the end of the year, hold me to it.
Yes, I've been trying.
I know.
But it was on Norwegian Cruise Lines. And actually, the ship that we were on, it was the second time people sailed on it, so it was pretty new. And it was
it looked new from the pictures and videos. And
it was a really cool ship. It actually had. I totally failed at doing things on this ship though, because it had laser tag, which I did not play.
I used to love laser tag when I was younger. I haven't played it in so long,
and I didn't play it. And there were go-karts on it.
Oh,
which I didn't do.
Go-karts.
Go-karts.
What?
It was like a full go-kart track on it, on the very top of it.
Oh my God, I would have totally loved to do that.
And there were these like slides, like water slides, and one of them looked death-defying, right? Like it really did. And people were like, so like it shot you up, and if you didn't have enough momentum, you would kind of slide back down. And there were like these trap doors. Like if you got stuck, they would have to open the door so you can come out.
You're just going to like a sea of like gays that couldn't make it up the slide.
People were getting stuck.
Really?
Yes, and they had to be like the doors.
That.
I know, and I was like, no, ma'am.
No.
And so people kept asking, like, are you gonna do this? And I'm like, no. And like it went off the side of the ship too. So it was like see through, like you're in the tubes, and it went off the side of the ship too.
So everybody can see you like. Oh.
I was like, no, ma'am. And like, so it was so funny because like one of the other guys I was working with, Gio. They asked him if he was gonna. He's like, no, we're like black people see danger, and we're not doing this. And this one guy was like, no, you have to do it, And we're like, no, we're like, this is like not black people shit, right? Like, no, man. So he was like, we were just saying that. So we're standing in the hallway, right? And this one guy that was cruising, a black guy, he actually comes walking down. We're like, let me just ask you a question, just because. And we're like, that slide on the 17 deck, are you going to do it? He was like, hell no. Black people don't know. And we all started laughing. We were like, we told you. We just sensed danger, girl. It's like Molly, you and Danger Girl.
Right.
Like, but a lot of people were doing it. There were like two. One of them was not as boring. But anyways, the cruise was just a lot of fun. It was just nice to be away for a week and not really have to worry about COVID because it was a mask-free zone. So it was like you had to take a COVID test like 48 hours before the cruise left. And then when you got to the port, you had to take a test there. So they had like a whole testing facility set up to do these rapid tests. So before everybody got on the ship, you had to take a test. And I think there was like 2 or 3 people that maybe didn't pass. And so they have to do it later. I know that would suck, right? So they have to do a later cruise. Like it wasn't like, oh, well, too bad.
And like, hopefully these people got insurance and stuff. I don't know. I was good with that.
Yeah. I mean, well, they'll get to do another cruise.
Yeah. But in terms of like their like flights and all that.
Well, that was the reason why they wanted you to do it 48 hours beforehand, just in case you were traveling, where they didn't want you to try to travel if you were already positive, you know? Because we only had a few people that were really pissy about doing like multiple tests. And I'm like, well, this should be a peace of mind to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you can just enjoy yourself.
Yeah. But it was really, it was fun working with the people that I worked with on team. I had such a great time with those guys and, you know, meeting a lot of new people and doing a lot of the things with people.
I'm sure you did all the things.
Some of the things with people. You know what's really funny to me, though, is like the boys that come on and they're like setting up like their OnlyFans and trying to get content for that. It's very interesting. You know, you get a lot of that.
It's like a whole thing.
It is a whole thing.
It's like people want to see that too. You know? It's like more exciting.
Yeah, it's funny because like Josh sent me, Austin Wolf was on and he's like I'm posting on my Atlantis cruise footage. So, you know, so I guess if you follow him, he'll have footage because she was doing things.
No, she usually is on those cruises.
Right. I mean, I guess it's like you probably get so much footage.
Yeah.
For like your but I mean, there was a few that were on, and the special guest was Todrick Hall, and Norwegian Cruise Lines actually had the musical Six, which is about Henry VIII, his 6 wives, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it.
I've never heard of it until you mentioned it.
It was fantastic.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if it comes here, we're going. It was really good. I was getting my life. Like, they had a standing ovation and everything. And it was fun. And then our friend Mercury Minx, she was one of the queens on the ship. And they had a show which was a hit. Everybody like
a drag show?
Yeah. It was like, it's the first time Atlantis had done like Queens of Atlantis. So they had like, there was like 3 of them, I believe, 3 or 4. And they all performed like there was a few of their shows that were like standing room only, and we were talking about trying to get them in the bigger venue because they were such a hit. And Mercury was amazing.
Yeah.
So, hey girl, shout out. But anyways, yeah, it was just you know what really pissed me off though. So for the gay cruises, they don't typically do drink packages, right? Like alcohol packages, because they know better. They know better. But they were doing this thing where they had drink tickets. Like you could buy a package of like 9 or 25, and it was just like it was slightly less expensive than just paying for it at the bar, and your gratuity was already included. So you didn't have to worry about signing anything. You just gave them a ticket. Well, of course, the first day they sold them, they all sold out, all the packages. So they had to print more tickets. So I was like, well, I'm going to buy 9 of them. I'm going to buy a package of 9, which was like $100. I lost them.
Oh.
I really think my room attendant threw them away because it was literally in an envelope that I had in a little fanny pack. And then when I got to the room, I changed clothes and I took one out to go to like the dinner shift, and when I came back, it was not gone. It was not there, and I tore that room upside down. And I asked him, he's like, no, but I'm pretty sure either he stole them or you threw them away. No, what you need to know about me is when I can't find something, I immediately think somebody stole it.
Like the world is out to get me.
Right? And then it'll be like right there.
Yeah.
But in this instance, never saw it again.
Yeah.
I've wasted $100.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, but I think I got enough free drinks to like
Yeah.
at least say that I spent it on drinks. But it still sucks because I was like, and I had a couple of bottles of wine in my room, and then Jeff had alcohol in his room. Like everybody kind of manages to get something on the ship, kind of. But
yeah.
anyways, it was a lot of fun, but I could not help but think to myself, what if Adam was on here with me?
It would have been so much better. I'm just kidding.
What if Adam had done what he was supposed to do so he could have been on the ship?
But the thing is I wouldn't have been able to go on this one.
Why not? You weren't doing nothing.
I'm working.
You weren't doing nothing.
I'm working. I'm like in the middle of my projects right now. So
I'm like, why? You weren't.
I could only imagine if I tried to ask my boss for a week off, like right now, to go on the cruise when I'm already going on a cruise in January.
I mean, this is.
But
true.
next year's a different story, and I do need to just submit the paperwork and create my stuff through for them. I know that. So
it was. I will say it was nice to do this one and kind of see what the COVID process will be, or kind of something what it'll look like.
Yeah, it gives you kind of a heads up for the next one.
Yeah, because our January cruise will be with Royal Caribbean, so it'll be slightly different. So they'll probably do COVID a little bit differently, but I'm sure it'll be somewhat close to that because Atlantis will have a say. But that was fun. But I don't know. It was a good time, but it just always makes me wonder, like, couple-wise, how you do cruises. Like, if you're open, if you're not. You have to have that conversation before you go on. It makes you question your life. You know what I mean? Because I did run into some couples that were totally monogamous and don't do anything with other people, but you run into a ton that.
Well, it was like being open on a gay cruise is a very common thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if you can do it. Do you want to do it? Do you not want to do it? I mean, when you're the guest star, it's so much easier to pop in and pop out.
Yeah. You just, do your thing real quick and then you leave and don't worry about anything else.
Yeah. The cruise
have guest stars. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
And like you gotta like both be into the person, you know?
Right.
You have to like, it's.
Well, I always find that one person is
Or you be into multiple people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or you just don't give a fuck and you just fucking whatever.
There is that.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that.
I'm not that person.
No, you're definitely not that person. I don't know what person I am anymore. Like,
I'm not saying I'm not that person that I wouldn't necessarily be in that open situation. I'm coming around to it as we're learning. But I think like the revolving door of fucking on a cruise like has never really been like a.
It's never been your thing.
No, it's never been.
I mean, it's not everybody's thing.
So.
You know what I mean? But it's definitely never been your thing.
No.
Like the cruises that we've gone on, you've typically done less than everybody else by choice.
Yeah,
by choice. You've typically done.
I'm just picky.
Yes,
I'm just picky.
Yeah. I don't know. Now I feel like you just kind of get caught up in a moment of just having a good time with friends. And stuff like that.
That's
which
usually
is how
why I
it should
go
be.
on. When I go on, it's really just to have fun with friends.
Yeah.
And then we do always have a great time. That's why we keep going back. So.
I'm definitely looking forward to us all going together in January and seeing Guy, our friend from Melbourne. We haven't seen him in a minute, and you never thought it'd be this long. You know, even though he's in Australia, we typically see him. You know, this has been a minute. So we're looking forward to that.
I'm super excited to see Guy. It's going to be a really good time.
Yeah. I'm excited for
He's so good at helping put together our costumes.
I know. We're actually
I'm so thankful for him because I'm terrible at that.
We know.
Also, he makes me laugh. I cannot wait to sit and laugh with Guy for hours. That's what I can.
I know. It's going to be a good time. Yeah. And everybody, we're all sharing room, but Caleb has his own room, though.
Well,
I know. Well, know what's going to happen with
Hopefully
that.
it's not anywhere near us.
Oh, well, okay, because last time I was next door.
Sorry. We won't go there.
I'm not even going to tell y'all that story because I was like, shut the fuck up. I'm such an old lady now.
You are.
I am. When it comes to noise, I'm like, shut up. Because you know what? When it's time for me to sleep,
Yeah, once you make the conscious decision to go to bed,
I want to sleep.
I'm kind of the same way.
Right?
I don't want to hear things that are going to keep me up once I'm finally ready to go to sleep.
At all.
And I know we're on a cruise. I know everybody's staying up to fucking 10 a.m. the next day, or they're just not sleeping at all. But like some people need their beauty rest. Otherwise, I'm going to be a fucking raging cunt the next day.
It's true. No, I lucked out on this one because the people that were on either side of me, I never heard.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, the first day I heard them like talking, I was like, oh shit, I'm going to have those people. But after that, I never heard anything. And for whatever reason, I felt like you could hear a lot on this ship.
Yeah.
For some, like in the rooms, like you can hear next door a lot. And then like Jeff, this guy I was working with, he said that the guys next to him, like starting to turn the music up real loud at 8 in the morning. He banged on the wall. Just like, shut up.
I would too. I'd be like, bitch, it's 8 in the morning. Like, come on.
Right. It's like, just because you haven't slept.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, on this ship, like I thought.
Get my earplugs and my eye mask, my whatever thing, you know.
Sleeping real late. I actually thought that people wouldn't party as hard on this ship, but like
I feel like everyone was ready.
they were.
Mhm.
Like I had to close the classics party, and I thought, oh, that one's not gonna go that late, and that's the one where they start with like the 90s, 2000, the one that we like because there's like lyrics, and that turns out everybody usually gripes about that, but it turns out to be like their favorite night on the whole cruise. And I had to close that party. And when you close, you just have to wait until the DJ shuts down. And, you know, you make sure everybody's cool. That party went to 5 a.m. It went to 5 a.m. My knees were hurting. I was like, I'm tired of standing up and dancing.
You're like, I can't do it anymore.
I didn't think it was going to go that late, but it literally, almost every party at least went to 5 a.m. And then on some of the parties there, you started after hours after. Like they would have sunrise parties.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to bed. I was like, I got to get some sleep.
Yeah, especially because you're working team. Like, it's a little bit different because you kind of have something to do.
You have something to do. I did get off the ship in Puerto Vallarta, you know, and of course, you go to the Pharmacias, like with the rest of the gays, and then to Montemar with the rest of the gays that are on the ship.
Yeah, just go from one, like, thing to the,
Yeah, so we did that. But I didn't get off on Mazatlan, which I've been in Cabo. We didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
Because Cabo, you have to ferry. But it was beautiful, like from
seeing, from afar.
Anyways, that was my cruise experience. And all in all, it was a good time. I had a lot of fun. And looking forward to January with you.
I know. I'm excited.
It's sold out. So if you ain't got a ticket already, you ain't going.
Unless you're buying it from somebody.
True. Yeah. Which is the way to go because the waiting list is super, super
I know. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. But anyways, but we got this weekend. We all have to get together and catch up and you know, tell each other stories and things.
Definitely. Yeah. But I think that wraps up this episode today.
Well,
our little catch up, and we should get into our last segment.
Ma'am, what do you think? All right, I have the card for this one. This one is, I don't think we've done this one before. But, ma'am, what do you think about role playing? Like in bed and stuff.
Oh, I don't know. I've not really tried that, to be completely honest. I don't remember a time that I've like tried to play a different role than a bottom. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm perfectly fine with that. You're like, I'm good.
No, that's not true. But I don't know. I feel like depending on what role you're playing, it could be fun. I just never really tried it before.
Me neither. I don't know how. I feel like it's not for me.
Yeah, I just to me it's like this is all not real. So it's kind of funny to me. Like what role would you want to play if you were role playing? Like what I don't know. Like I wouldn't even know what.
It would have to be whatever my partner want to be.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have like crazy fetishes. I don't think that or where I'm like, ooh, it would be hot if like I never.
Yeah. Like I was a patient and you were the doctor.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like or.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't know what role would really get me
Right.
going, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have any. I would have to think about that, but it's not really my thing. But I feel like if you could just.
I would just laugh though. I feel like no matter what, like, oh, check my heart rate and see how fast it's going. Like,
you're hot.
yeah, you're making my heart like I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why the doctor patient is the only role.
I know,
that,
right?
like,
Why is
comes
that
to
the only thing
mind.
that we can think of?
Like maybe like Uber driver and like
Oh,
you know
yeah,
like
maybe.
you know the passenger.
Passenger. Yeah, it would have to be like a porn. I guess they role playing porn all the time. You know,
But it's always super corny.
it is always
Everybody
stupid.
just fast forward
I
until
know,
we like, get to
you
the
just
sex.
fast forward.
Like okay, fuck
You're
this
like,
storyline.
dialogue. I don't want to hear that.
Nobody wants that.
'Cause dialogue is the quickest way to turn you off.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to hear you talk. You know, it's like those porn where they have like the interviews beforehand.
Mhm.
I don't want to hear no
No.
interviews. Mm-mm.
No, I don't care how you met.
I don't care.
Like
Nope.
what you're gonna talk about position wise.
Yeah,
This isn't
no.
that. Just do it.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're
I don't have a lot of
wasting my-
time.
You're wasting my time.
I'm watching this for a reason right, now.
Like, I don't care what you gotta say.
Yeah.
Like I don't no. Yeah, those are like the worst part. I'm like, nope. Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah. So role playing, no, not for me. But I feel like if you're gonna do it, you have to really immerse yourself.
You
in
do.
it. Like you have to commit to the role.
You can't really even think about it, which is very hard for me to do. Like I like overthink everything. So I'm like, this is stupid. Why would you say that? That's not what that role would say.
You're right. Well, that's not right. I
No,
wouldn't say
coaches
that.
don't normally say that.
I know, right?
That's not in the playbook.
Right? It's like a coach. Yeah, there you go. There's one where you could be like the player, and then there's a coach. That's like a typical porn.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
or two people that are playing a game of some sort.
Right.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
I'm like
they
not
get naked.
competitive at all. I'm like, sorry, I sucked out there. It was really bad. Let's
Like,
just
no,
have sex.
no, you were good. And then they're having sex.
Oh, well,
That's what we think about role
Yep.
play.
don't try it.
Yeah, right. Well, if you do, let us know.
Yeah,
Well,
there you have it. Well, that's our episode. Catch up episode. Just shooting the shit, and I'm so glad everybody who's listening is still listening.
you garden hose.
You garden hose. Thank you for sticking by our side.
Yep.
And helping us hoe the garden.
Yeah. Right. More to come. We got some guests coming up too. So.
Yes, definitely. And but yes, thank you for listening as always, and I hope you enjoyed it. And just if you want to follow us, which you should, Adam
Right,
and Steve
please.
podcast, Adam and Steve podcast. Follow us, or you can follow me, Adman2005, or Steven at
Green Eye Steve.
And remember that God made Adam and Eve, but He also made
Adam and Steve.
any problems.
Pray about it.